Hey guys, Nathyn, Brendan Masters, Breakfast Club Wednesdays. Today we're going to talk about that amazing three-part comedy episodic, the 2016 presidential debate.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
All right, guys, so really, what can I say about the presidential debate that hasn't been said already? We pretty much knew this was going to happen, right? We knew how this was going to go based on what we've seen from both of these people before. Donald Trump did indeed start off strong. I was actually impressed by the fact of, how he just came out there. He really laid some things down. First few minutes, I think they're saying the first 30 minutes, he pretty much owned the debate. But one thing we know about Donald Trump that we've seen so many times is that he is easily trolled. Hillary Clinton is famous for trolling him on Twitter. People get him all the time by delving into specific areas of his life that gets him to just go off and do the Donald Trump thing. He is arrogant and he is very larger than life, which has helped him as far as him getting a ton of media coverage. But in the debate, it didn't help him as much. And I do think that Donald Trump ended up kind of doing this and then finding out that, oh, wait a minute, people are actually taking this seriously and I might actually be able to clinch the presidency. So I think he started taking it a little bit seriously. The only thing about it is he's Donald Trump and he always ends up reverting to being Donald Trump. He always ends up reverting to that point where he goes off and does exactly what we think he's going to do. And I question, did anybody watching this think that the debate was going to end up any differently? I was surprised by the first 30 minutes of the debate because I was surprised to hear Donald Trump act the way he was acting. Remember, the reason he actually won, he actually became the candidate was because he was good at name calling and basically making fun of the other candidates. And the other candidates really had nothing. They really had nothing to do. There was no way they could get around that. There was no way they could, without them, of course, coming out and acting as childish as he was. There's no other way to get around that. And the people actually liked it for some weird reason. They enjoy. Well, I mean, obviously it was entertaining, but that's not necessarily what we need as for president, for the office of president. But at the same time, this guy, he gets where he gets by kind of being an asshole and being an entertaining asshole. And we go, oh, let him in because he's going to be funny and he's going to entertain us. And that's not really working as well here. Now, there's two more debates coming. Maybe he'll do better. Maybe he won't. I highly doubt it. He doesn't have that ability to not be Donald Trump, which is something that we all actually have that most of us have that ability, which is that ability to say, okay, there's a time for me to do this thing, and there's a time for me to calm down, really think my next step through. Now, watching somebody wild out, as they say, it works for someone like Kanye West. Kanye West is not running for president, even though he says he is. Kanye West is not running for president. So there is a difference there. And whether you like Trump or you like Hillary Clinton, the one thing we can say is that when it comes down to that person who has, some kind of self-control, that person who kind of can at least, think a little bit ahead, that's obviously going to be Hillary Clinton. But I mean, can you make the argument that both of these candidates are crooked in some way, shape, or form? Yes. This is the consistent trend that we have in America of voting the lesser of two evils. Most people who are voting for Hillary Clinton are not voting for Hillary Clinton because they like Hillary Clinton. They're voting against Donald Trump. People who like Donald Trump are voting for Donald Trump. Some of them are indeed voting because they like Donald Trump, but a lot of people are voting for Donald Trump because they don't like Hillary Clinton. So there's still that point that you have two other candidates, Dr. Jill Stein and Gary Johnson, who just will never actually get any kind of shine in these debates. And this is one of the things that we need to keep in mind. The Republicans and the Democrats work together to make sure third-party candidates don't get into these debates. All right? The media is in full support of what's happening here. So is it kind of a scam? Well, yeah, the media is kind of controlling how much information we can find out, who we can actually vote for. Now, yes, they're not making it where we have to vote for Hillary or Donald, but in a way they are, because they're not allowing us to be informed about the other candidates. Now, your average person's not going to jump online and say, hey, who are these random candidates that nobody knows about, because the media has made them look like fools if they haven't covered, if they cover them at all. The media is creating their own narrative, so we're not getting a full, we're not getting the full story about who these candidates are and what we can look forward to, because the media is corporate owned, and they also will want people who are cool with the corporations. So this is something that we're going to be seeing a lot of, and that's why Bernie Sanders is not, is not up there. That's why, Trump being an outsider, he's still going to kind of be for the corporations. It's just that Trump is uncontrollable. You can't control the guy. I mean, we've seen people try to actually give Donald Trump money, and Donald Trump made fun of them for trying to give him money because he said, hey, they're trying to buy me off. So this is not a guy that the corporations want, and the big problem with him, obviously, is that he is uncontrollable, because no matter what, you do want somebody who, if nothing else, has an amount of self-control that can say, hey, this is not the time for XYZ type thing. Other than that, that's my take on it. So, all right, guys, you take it easy. Nathyn, Brendan, Masters, Breakfast Club Wednesdays. Awesome.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love, you say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar